Hey! Y'all ready for this? Make sure you keep your eyes on the steering wheel. I know I'm already going too fast. Too fast, oversteer. Causing me to run wide leading into. Understeer, e-brake correction. Passenger rear wheel touched the dirt, so I spun out. Without spending too much time explaining what happened, I made a mistake and I thought it was missing, but it wasn't missing, so I found it. And as you can see, after you just watched the video there, that's kind of what happened. Just wanted to follow it up with a little bit more detail as to how it went down. Honestly, when it happened, like, I already know, yes, I was going too fast. I usually don't push myself outside the limit on the streets, but I admit I was having a little bit too much fun and I just, got a little bit greedy. So we already know that's wrong, so we can't fix that. Coming in that turn, like, that's my first time on the road. I don't really know the road that well. Another mistake, which that's on me again. As you can see, I was like kind of pushing the car, a little oversteer here and there. There's little wet patches, well, not wet, but like a little slightly damp because it rained earlier that day and it was drying up. So pushing the car up beyond the limits in the turns kind of made it a little tail happy. Plus the car was also set up for oversteer, so and then which is kind of where the fun came in for me, just kind of pushing beyond the limits. Anyway, going back to the turn, came in the turn, and there's like a slight little right before I made the left, right after that SUV pass, and it's a little bumpy. So being that I came in so fast and I braked so hard, and with the slight little turn, like a shift the weight in the back went out, so I corrected. But being that I was coming fast, and I'm also compensating for correction, by the time I corrected to get control to come back, I was starting to go wide, and the car started to understeer. And at that point, like, I hit the brakes, I'm just gonna slide and go forward. So as you can see, I hit the e-brake to kind of like rotate the back around just to bring it out, but by that time the rear passenger wheel was actually on the dirt, so it made the car like spun that fast. Didn't even have time to like react upon that. I'm glad I found the footage, because one thing I noticed is that I remember when it happened and I didn't even remember touching the e-brake. Like, if I didn't find this footage, I couldn't dissect it the way I did, which I'm so happy, because all I remember is knowing, one, I was going too fast, and then that because of how I came in the turn, because of the transition from the slight little right to the left, and because I had to compensate for oversteer and go back, and with the speed like I went off. That's all I remember, like the beginning of what happened. Everything happened so fast, I didn't even realize that I already calculated naturally on my reflexes that the car was understeering, which is why I hit the e-brake to, like, you know, kind of rotate it around, which is something I do all the time. And I just found it amazing that for myself, like, just watching the footage, just kind of learning that I'm already doing stuff that I feel I'm supposed to do without even thinking about it, because I don't even remember that. Like, I had to watch the footage over and over. I was like, yo, I have no memory of like the car understeering and then I hit the e-brake. I just remember I came in too fast, I corrected, and then I went off, and that was it. So yeah, glad I found the footage. And yes, it was all computer generated for movie purposes, LOLs. But yeah, that's it. So pretty sure most of you will probably understand. There are going to be those who are like, oh, you're stupid, you shouldn't be doing that, yada yada yada. That's fine, I don't really care. I've been doing this a long time, and I rarely ever make mistakes like these, and this mistake I know was my own fault for first place going too fast. But you know, it wasn't nothing detrimental, and pretty much turned out just fine. Like, I mean, no one got hurt, and that's what's important. Because whether you believe it or not, like, as much as I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm pushing the limits, like, I still keep safety in my mind, because another easy fix would have been, as soon as the SUV went by, I could have cut left all the way over, which would have eliminated me have to correct the oversteer and then going wide. But I'm so adamant about being on the street and making turns like that and going over the yellow line completely that I just don't want to take a chance, because coming in, like, I couldn't see too far around the corner like what was coming. And as everything's happening, I do remember a glance at the corner of my eye, like once the car came around enough that I saw like a car down the street, which I found out later it wasn't coming, but naturally I see it and I'm thinking safety. It was the dudes in the Taurus. They were like parked down the street and then they came right over, which was kind of awesome. Big shout outs to those guys again. But yeah, so just be safe out there whatever you do, and I definitely learned from this, which honestly I didn't really learn much, but I learned in the sense of, like, I actually react to something without even thinking about it. But outside of that, you know, if I wasn't going fast out, you know, faster than I'm usually go, like, that wouldn't have happened. So that's that, I think. And yeah, everybody just be safe out there, you know what I'm saying? Have fun, you know, keep it safe in the streets. When you want to go balls to the wall, and you take it to the track, which is what I usually do. But again, I got greedy this time. Anyway, peace out.